We just completed a mock-up on a core vehicle that we will be offering for sale for restoration. And you can see behind me, it's this 1962 Series 2A soft top. And when I purchased this vehicle, one of the first things I did was get the heritage certificate on it. And this heritage certificate tells me a lot about the vehicle, like the original color, and probably most importantly, where the vehicle originally was shipped to. So I was actually really excited that this vehicle was originally sold new in Paris. So I could just imagine this vehicle driving the streets of Paris. I can imagine all the adventures it must have had, seeing it parked under iconic buildings and sites like the Eiffel Tower. But now the vehicle somehow made its way to the US. We did a mock-up on it, and now it's ready for the next owner. This vehicle was originally pastel green. We could keep it pastel green, or we could paint it any of the original colors. The vehicle is a very early 2A, and that has a lot of unique details that some of the later 2As that changed throughout the range of the Series 2A. So I'll just go around and show you a few of those details so you can see what makes an A suffix Series 2A an A suffix Series 2A. So first of all, you can see it has the flat apron, kind of like on the Series 2. So the Series 2, the early Series 2, would have a flat apron with a galvanized leading edge. And then in 1960, they went to a flat apron with an aluminum edge, but it had 3 mounting bolts instead of 2. So this apron is unique to the early 2A A suffix. So another unique thing on the A suffix is the more narrow hinges. So these hinges have a slightly narrower profile. We also have inside, we have a seat box that would be hinged. So this middle cover is actually hinged. The outer one slides on. If this was a Series 2, you would have a hinged toolbox cover as well. So coming around back, you have cappings that have hooks welded onto them instead of a separate loop for the soft top tie down. And the heritage certificate does say what version the Land Rover is. So if it's a station wagon, it'll stay station wagon. This one was what they call a basic, so just the bare bones. And another couple details, we have wing nuts on the windshield hold down, larger wing nuts. The Series 2 would have small wing nuts, and you can see the top of the rod there is split so that this wing nut can't just vibrate off. It also has a hole for a rubber plug in the top of the transmission tunnel. The Series 2 would actually have like a sliding cover here, and the B and C suffix would have no hole at all. One thing that's kind of interesting, this vehicle never had a spare tire on the hood. So we would opt to leave the spare tire off the hood and put it where it was originally mounted in the bed, which would have been right here standing up vertically. So there'd be a tire mount in the cargo bay here, and the tire would stand up vertically. And that actually would give you a really nice view over the hood, and you'd get to see all of the beautiful bare rivets on the freshly painted hood. So maybe this would be a good one to leave the tire off the hood and just enjoy the view of a nice flat Razor hood. But of course we could add the tire to the hood as well, because we know that is certainly an iconic look. Also unique to an early vehicle, it has a bolt-on striker mount instead of a welded-on striker mount. So this vehicle will go up on our inventory page. If you're interested in doing a restoration on this vehicle, maybe you love the provenance of it having come from Paris in the 1960s, and that something about that just piques your interest in this particular vehicle, or maybe you're looking for an early A suffix Series 2A, feel free to send us an email. The vehicle should probably be painted in its original pastel green. You can choose from several different options that we offer, and we'll do a spec sheet for you. You could take a look at the spec sheet, and if it looks good, you could send us a deposit and we'll get going on this restoration.